So the first thing we're going to get after is to sort out these dodgy mirrors. So what I've got is this extender which moves the mirror more over to the right and should allow me to be able to see behind. So this bolt fits down through here and goes into the current mirror mount, and then the mirror arm moves there, so it's moved it over this far, which should allow me to see round the side of my arm. So let's go and mount this in and we'll see whether it's worked or not. So this fits into the current adapter like so, using a 6mm Allen bolt. I won't do it up too tight, let's just nip it up so it holds. Right, then we take the mirror, which is at the moment down here on the floor. I'll just straddle the bike, and then that somehow should carefully, that's it, fit down through there. God, there's a lot of thread coming down here. Let's give it a good wind down. Right, let's come down to there. Put that on there. Now, if I stand the bike up, can I see behind me? Yes, I can. So that one is done. Perfect. Right, so I need a spanner now to just nip this up. Hold on. Well, I haven't nipped this up yet. I'm going to adjust this up properly later. But I'm just going to put a bit of a turn on there. And then we'll set this later. Right, now turning my attention this side, slow you down a bit, what you'll see is I'm actually in this much, whereas the one on the other side is level with the end of the grips. This one is that much further. All of this needs to come out to allow this mirror to get up onto the flat of the bar here. So that's the next thing we've got to do, is try and shift everything out. So I'm going to try and pull these caps. So let me do that now. I'll do that while the camera's off. Get these moving and try and pull that way. So that one's shifted nice and flush with the end now. I've moved the indicator, lights, horn, choke, accessory thing, that's all moved over. I've moved the clutch lever over. And then the mirror is now sitting actually flush on the bars. So let's quickly have a sit on, lift the bike up right, and I'll see whether I can actually see anything behind me now with this mirror. Yes, I can. That is perfect. I can actually see behind me now. Cool. And the mirrors are actually, once I get this one up in the air, they're actually quite level now. They're actually a lot better. I've actually got a lovely bit of adjustment on there. I can actually see here, down the side of the top box, so I can definitely see on the outside of me what's coming there. And they're nice eye level now as well. So yeah, these little mirror adjusters are really good. So what I can do now is I can get out on the road, get these all locked down, get them into the position that I want, tighten them down. I think that actually wants to go a bit more. I've actually got quite a bit of adjustment on that mirror. I think that's about where it wants to be there. Right, so that is short of getting my other adjuster and fitting it on. But what will also be good is now my GoPro mount that's under here, when this mirror gets moved from here up to here. The GoPro mount will stay underneath here, then it will just have a free field of view, so actually get it out the way of the mirror here, so it'll have even less arm in the way, so that'll be really good. So that job is now complete. So I hope you found that useful, and that's how you adjust your mirrors if they don't work. Gives you a nice bit of clearance here, it's well out the way. But what a fantastic little bit of kit. I'll put a little link up into the place that I've got these. They're not cheap, but they work, so it means my mirrors are good. Also, if you're running GoPro equipment as well, it gets this out of the way of your mirrors and gives you a better field of view. So anyway, one of the jobs that caused me grief and stopped me going on my recent trip is now done. So let's get on to the next one. So there's the edge of the top box. And there's the view that you would have coming down the road. And there's my arm actually on the throttle. So you've got a good bit of adjustment, plus I can also move it further out around there as well. So that is ideally done. Difficult to see, but I've discovered, I think, why I'm running on 3. This fuel pipe, where the bike fell over, is hit it and it's kinked the fuel pipe. Let me get in there and get a close-up picture for you. So that's all it was as to why it was running on about 2 cylinders. There's no fuels getting into there because this pipe is folded in half. Next thing I want to do is I want to have a look at my side stand, because obviously when I put the bike over and leant it down, the bike fell over. And the reason is, look what I've noticed is happening with the stand. So you put it on the stand and then it's moving a good inch or an inch and a half. So there seems to be a lot of free play in that stand. Normally you should put it there, it should just come down and stay on that stand, but I'm actually losing height, so the bike's leaning over further. So what we need to do is have a look underneath, see what is going on with that mechanism. But it's definitely got a lot of free play in it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo the bolt and drop the stand off. We'll take the spring off, we'll get the whole thing off, and we'll have a look what's going on there. Might just be the bolt's worn, or it could be the stand is bent. I'm not really sure. Actually, before I go any further, let's go and have a look at the parts manual and see what bits go on the stand. So it just seems to have a nut and bolt straight through as per my one, and the spring. So we'll take that out and we'll see if even just tightening the nut up takes all the free play out. It might be as simple as that. Right, I'm not sure you're going to be able to see too much. I'm going to have a go and see if we can get this spring off. It's probably going to ping off, but that's going to, there it goes. One spring. We'll clean that. Oh look, that's really badly bent up at the top. I think I'll need a new spring. That's probably where it's been bending. Look how damn loose that is. I reckon that's got the wrong size bolt in there, you know. Right, let me find some spanners and we'll get this off. Right, well I've got the nut off from the far side. That's a 15mm and it's a 17mm head. But I've displaced the nut, but the rest of it's not coming out. There's a 17 spanner. Let's see if I can get it with that. Now I've got to turn it out, and it's not seeming to be coming out at all. No, that doesn't seem to... Oh, I've got stuck now. Oh, no. There we go. It's kind of moving, but I think it's going to hit the exhaust pipe. God, there's a massive amount of thread through there. I think I'm going to have to take the exhaust pipe off to get it off, which I really don't want to have to do. God. Let's try twisting it a bit. Alright, let me do this and I'll come back. I don't know if this will come out, but the stand does look slightly higher open at the top than it is at the bottom. Yeah, it's hard to capture, but it's bent at the top. So that's why that's wobbling now. Whether or not I can heat that up with a blow lamp and squash that back down again, I don't know, but there's the bolt that goes through, so that is the right bolt. But when you put that through, there is still a bit of wobble, so the wobble is definitely where it's opened up. Yeah, I think we'll just have to clean all the area up first and then see what we could do. Whether I could put a shim or something in there, I don't know. But yeah, I'll show you. If that goes on there, like so, you can see the wobble where the top's opened up. So it's definitely where it's bent. I'll get a close up and put it on the screen for you now. Then you can see that this left hand one at the top is like a banana compared to the other one, which is straight.